Hello again, Kevin Culp back at you, PM Head of Cloud Management Solutions here at Supermicro, continuing our podcast on navigating the SuperCloud Developer Console, formerly SDX. In the previous video, we focused on an import of an LDAP user using the import option within SuperCloud Developer Console. The import LDAP user we were importing was Kevin Culp. I forgot to basically, in the previous video, use the drop down for LDAP. So watch out for that. We'll get that fixed in the next release so it automatically defaults to LDAP instead of having you to select it. So we'll improve on that user experience. But let me just show you the user management area of this user. And you can see here we are using the authentication type of LDAP. The email address is there and it's also enabled. So this will be important to log into this user to instantiate our VMs and containers. But before we do that, we have to place or put or create a storage pool where we can place these virtual machines, right? The golden images that we're going to upload in our storage pool to instantiate our VMs, such as Windows and Linux, Rocky Linux, Ubuntu, and also RHEL. And also a place where the VMs are going to need to be stored, right? For us to be able to access them at a later date. So all of this is going to be important. So we're going to set up 3 storage pools, NFS storage pool, VM golden image, in the VM pool location. So let's dig into that now and set up our data store. The first thing we want to do is navigate to the data storages menu option and then also click on data store as a submenu. We're going to create our data store here by clicking on the add data store box there. So we'll click there and then we'll give it a name, and our name is going to be NFS Storage Pool. And we can also create it or give it a description of VM Guest Storage Pool. We're going to say next here. And then if you had additional provisioners, you would choose them from the drop down. In our case, we have just one provisioner, which is the nfs.csi.kh.io. So that is a drop-down option. If you don't see that drop-down option, you want to definitely go back to the cluster services location here and make sure that you have deployed your NFS CSI provisioner or provider. We're going to give it an IP address. In this case, our storage server is 172.24.199.22. And then we're going to give it our path. And our path, our mount point is /root/disk1/storage_pool. We're not going to check the option using existing NFS data for volume creation. We'll say next there, and then we'll scroll down and submit it, and it will create our storage data store. All right, so that's the first one. The second one we're going to do here is the VM Golden Images data store, and we're going to give it a VM dash golden image name. We can give it a description if you like. It's not needed, so we can say next there. And then we're going to also use again the nfs.csi.kh.io. We're going to give it an IP address of 172.24.199.22. And in this case, we're going to use disk 2 this time, because disk 2 is a different mount point for our NFS path. And we're not going to click the using existing NFS data volume for creation, say next, and then submit it. And it will create our second data store. And the third data store is our VM pool location. We can utilize the add data store again, plug in VM pool here, and we don't have to give it an option. We can say VM guest pool, and we'll say next there. And then we'll again use the provisioner nfs.csi.k8.io. NFS server IP is going to be 172.24.199.22. We'll give it the path now of disk 3. Disk 3 is now available here in our NFS path that we're going to utilize. Say next and submit. So all of these have been set up on our storage appliance, which have NVMe drives in them, which is going to be important for access to them. Don't put SATA SAS drives. The performance is miserable. It's going to cause lots of problems with the provisioner communicating with that storage appliance pool. So we've created these 3 data stores. What's next here is to create a data volume here for our NFS storage. So what we're going to do here is utilize compute VM storage, and we can give it a description here again of VM guest pool if we like. We'll say next here. And what's next is the subpath that we're going to select here is going to be not applicable. So we can just simply say next there. And then we're going to give it read-write access. So you have the options here, read-write O or ROX. These are privileges. We're going to take the default, which is RWX, read, write, execute. We're going to give it 100 gigabyte of capacity here. And then the default container we're going to use for that one is we can just select home. And we can make this the default volume if you like. By choosing the option make default volume and then here submit, and it will create the environment here for us. And you can see here right now if we click on the data volumes section here and mount container, we don't have anything there yet that has been placed in that location. You'll see later when we create VMs, the mounted container will show up here and be ready and be assigned to a specific user. Okay, so that is our data store prep that we can do here. And that completes this video clip. Thanks for joining today. Have a great day. We'll see you across the aisle.